Exactamente, aguárdale ese de par.
Well, hello, Vegas. Hello, Reno. Do you guys know why you're all here? Prostitution. That's right. Guess where I just came from? And the Spanish flu. Well, there's a couple things I had to say about prostitution. There's one thing to learn about Jesus Christ, is that he turned a prostitute into a saint. I guess we're all blessed today. There's one other thing I was inspired by. Vegas. Such blessings. Not a curse. This is what I was inspired. Glory, glory, prostitution. Glory, glory, prostitution. Glory, glory, prostitution. The claps go marching on. After me, everybody. Glory, glory, prostitution. Glory, glory, prostitution. Come on now. Glory, glory, prostitution. The claps go marching on. One more time. Glory, glory, prostitution. Glory, glory, prostitution. Glory, glory, prostitution. The claps go marching on. Do-do-do-do. Oh, that and the Spanish flu. Oh, the Spanish, the Mexicans. You know, I like I love the Mexican women. Any Mexican women in the house? I love the Mexican women more than I love rednecks. And I'm a redneck. You know why? Because they're hella nicer. They feed me better. My Tums. And they provide me with one of my favorite consumer products. Numero cuatro veinte. Some ganja. That's why I love Mexicans. All those crazy border Nazis, man. I just got used to the tuba music. I was cruising along with some homies, and this lowrider pulls up, and it was all... And I'm like, whoa, that is... I just got used to it. After a while, I'm like, this is fun. And, you know, instead of the Chinese fire drill, it was the merengue around the car, you know. And I'm ordering the entire border Mexican music now. That's true. Unbelievable yet true. There's one other thing I was talking about prostitution on the subject. Since we're in Vegas and Reno, since Americans about America and prostitution is that if they Jesus made a prostitute into a saint, then maybe they shouldn't have burned the pagans at the stake. The pagans got you laid, right? Well, that got me thinking about a song, and it goes like this. Oh, I don't need no sophisticated woman, one that gold digs and makes you blue. I'll take a simpleton, a one that's simply dumb, and live a happy extra day or two. Oh, I don't need no sophisticated woman, one that gold digs and makes you blue. I'll take a simpleton, a one that's simply dumb, and live a happy extra day or two. Oh, those people you call devils always prayed, the pagans got me laid, and now I'm on the bandwagon with Jesus and you. Well, they dressed me up for bed, poured jelly beans on my head, and said I've got a happy ending for you. I don't need no sophisticated woman, one that gold digs and leaves you blue. I'll take a simpleton, one that's simply dumb, and live a happy extra day or two. Oh, I don't need no sophisticated woman, one that gold digs and leaves you blue. I'll take a simpleton, or one that's simply dumb, and live a happy extra day or two. Well, the devil's always prayed, the pagans got me laid, and now I'm on the bandwagon with Jesus and you. They dressed me up for bed, poured jelly beans on my head, and said I've got a happy ending for you. I don't know what's going on in America, but in my town, I'm from California, and the town I'm in, it's a little bit small town America. Everyone has southern accents, but none of them from the south. And I go into a pub and I'm in a bar with some of my friends, and all of a sudden I start talking like Travis. Well, that's all right. Travis got a deep voice. Come over, lady, come over here. We're gonna dance by the jukebox. That's all right. But it's not a real southern accent. You see, sometimes I'm thinking, this is like trashier than ever. A dip, 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 dip. Sometimes it all sounds like they're saying dip. A dip, like when the French talk, it sounds like they're chewing on snails. But it's like dip, 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 dip. Dip, 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 dip. Trashier than ever. Only because it's not a real southern accent. And one other thing, if you're from the south and you got a cool voice, it's like, yo, come over here, mama, thank you very much, thank you, that's fine, you got some swagger. Now, if you're way up here, and you're like, darnations, I think your mom maybe should have told you shouldn't talk that high up. That's not going to help you anywhere. You can imagine walking into the house, hey there, howdy, boss, a dip, 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 dip. Everything he says sounds like dip, a dip, dip, dip. That's not going to help you much in life. Mom should have told you, just told you once. Maybe you should tone it down just a little. Yeah, I wish that the people in my town, they didn't have phony southern accents. A little bit of swagger's cool, but when it gets full on not south, I'm like, why are you talking like this? And now why am I talking like this? All right, topics. We had Border Patrol, now we got enchiladas, weddings, here in Vegas and Reno, and divorce. Anybody like enchiladas? Weddings? All right. Let me give you a piece of advice. If your lady's serving up enchiladas, it's extreme comfort food, right? Guess where you're headed, newlyweds? For divorce. There's something I've discovered called divorce food. It's called Weight Watchers and Nutrisystem. If your woman is preparing enchiladas, or Weight Watchers, or Nutrisystem, my friends, it's time for the diamond earrings, it's time for the red roses, it's time to remind your woman of why you love her. The divorce food system is real. Let me tell you, I've got a commercial for the divorce system. Let me tell you. All right, insert the commercial here. You know what else it is? It's the accent. Think about it. You're hardworking, and your wife comes home, and she hears all these sexy voices on the TV. Avocados from Mexico! Man, if I had an accent like that, avocados! Come get my avocados! Yeah! They're fruit! If I had an accent like that, your woman would be leaving you and coming to me, because I got one up on you. I got the avocados! Avocados from Mexico! Every day. Think about it. Every day, 20 times a day, avocado commercials. At the end of the day, she's worn through. She's thinking, Jesus Christ, I want some avocados. All I want is some avocados. I'm going to Mexico. Avocados from Mexico! It's like a long-term brainwashing plot. Avocados! Avocados! And of course, the Border Patrol's not helping because they don't have any ads like that. Hey, it's competition, guys. Come on. It's competition. Don't be an a-hole who can't take the friendly competition. They are citizens, and they run just as much of the country as we do. They're friendly competition. Friendly. And you're friendly competition. When we're all at a pub together, we're all amigos. But they got the avocados accent. Oh, I love it. You know what? Those people, they're so awesome. They even make the enchiladas smell like pussy. There's something sexy about Mexicans. They even make the enchiladas smell. There's something about the cumin, C-U-M-I-N. It smells like a sweatshop or vagina. I don't know which one, but they put it in everything. And it's sexy. I'm sorry, but it's sexy. It smells like fine wine.
Here we are, in the mountains of California, where a man has fulfilled his basic duties of becoming a provider. He's achieved food.
Can I have a number one with a milkshake and fries and extra ketchup? And can you put Hershey syrup on the top of the milkshake?
And he's achieved a water source. Nearby, where he waters the garden, a green hose.
You know, they say that women say, men don't say this, but women always say, you know, women rule the world. And I'm out to prove that there's such a thing in psychology as matriarchal retardation, that it's that redundant, that it's retarded. And I'm not talking about Down syndrome. But they say that God left the world because of disrespectful scoffing. That said, that's why I travel to Hollywood. I'm joining the stars over here. Wish on my lucky stars I've had enough of this place. Oh, they don't rule the world. Are you crazy? They don't rule the world. That's hilarious. That is funny. No, they don't. They do not. So I don't want any part of this place. You know, it's like Seinfeld. I don't want any part of this. Get me out of here. I don't even want to live here, man. They don't rule it. If women ruled it, there wouldn't be any of this damned pecking order. Okay, there wouldn't be, you know, men throwing women in a kennel and saying, "You're my dog, and I'm mastering over you and not giving you a choice." And there wouldn't be amnesia. I think basically it's like some kind of forced voyeurism situation, and it's like kennel whiplash, you know? It's like, there's definitely a problem here. Because you know what? I had to tell somebody this year, you're not the master of anyone. And I shoved him, and he went flying across the room 7 feet. And he landed on the ground. I said, you're master over no one, because he said he mastered over people, like he was a master. And I started writing a creative story called The Death of 30 Masters. And it's like, this guy actually thinks that he was allowed to take my mom to the whipping post. That was a quote. And I had to fight the guy. Anyways, that was intense. The Innocence Barn, that was really intense. You know, the Innocence Barn. Take him to the Innocence Barn. All that. That was nonfiction. And, anyways, yeah. It definitely wouldn't be this violent. And, like, there wouldn't be this crypto-fascist socialism in corporations, and we'd probably be much richer, and I probably would have been breastfed growing up. I wish they ruled more. I wish they ruled the galaxy. All right. So, anyways, here we are in Hollywood, and I noticed a street called Koeniga, and I'm driving around going, it wouldn't be appropriate to ask for directions because the street's named Koeniga. And I can't ask for directions on a street named Koeniga, because that's not appropriate. So I was like really lost, and I ended up 7 miles on my way, because it was like I couldn't ask for directions. And anyways, then I was over at Disneyland, and I was thinking about tuppence, and I was thinking about one of my damn exes, and I'm like, all she does is like chase down corn and breadcrumbs, like tuppence. And I'm like, worst. What was I saying? Worst worst relationship ever. Toppins, yo. Toppins. I'm standing out there in front of complaining about my relationship in front of Disney. In front of the place. Toppins, yo. Worst girlfriend ever. Worst girlfriend ever. Toppins. And I'm trying to get a new one. Toppins are breadcrumbs, yo. Toppins, worse. And I go on for 15 minutes going, Toppins, because she chases corn and breadcrumbs instead of her boyfriend. That's screwed up because it leads to all sorts of men misleading her with breadcrumbs and corn. It's not making it up. I'm not making it up. So it's for Toppins. She does it for Toppins. And I was complaining to, Disney because, like Bambi is a Nazi that paints freckles on their face to make themselves look trustworthy. And Thumper's an arsonist that lights a fire and tries to give you a heart attack by being noisy all night and thumping on the walls. And Mickey Mouse is just a guy who runs around giving Americans strychnine and then turning Minnie into a sex slave. So I was like complaining about Mickey with 2 broken hearts and, Mickey with a stormtrooper helmet. And it's true. It's true, man. It's like a cartoon holocaust, and I'm against all that. I'm against those cartoon holocausts that sit back and watch the little guy burn. I'm against the cartoon holocausts that give you strychnine. I'm against the cartoon holocaust that light fires and try and make you die of a heart attack unnaturally and then say it was natural. I'm against all that. The Disney cartoons, I really love them, but it's like when they turned my mom into, like a warded, hunchback, I was kind of angry about that one. And like, we're sorry, we need villains. And my mom's lovely and all that, and I help her out all the time and I counter all that, but still, it's like, I understand you have supply and demand, but keep it to the cartoons, mate. Seriously, there's something wrong with that. They shouldn't be doing that because it's a true story, I just said. I love America. What I don't love is when it gets trashier than ever. Trashier than ever. That's not something that's my favorite. I love when, it's like shared love and laughter. That's what I love. But I swear I was going through this place and it was like Nazi Tourette's syndrome. It was trashier than ever. And I'm like, well, I can play along. I'm not going to play a duck, duck, goose game where everybody goose steps around each other. I'm not going to be a goose stepping moron. But I can definitely ad-lib. So to harmonize, I'm just like, all right, all of your mothers are communists. Every officer and every member of Congress, all of your mothers are communists, and all the men, they all get sex change operations and become women when they get frightened. And I was matching the trash talk. I'm just like, I'm not going to goose step for you, but I can definitely ad-lib. I'm matching and I'm harmonizing now. All of your mothers are communists, and every man here gets sex change operation and becomes a woman. And they actually say that when you get older as a man, your estrogen level goes up and your testosterone level goes down. Why is that? Did I ever think you might actually sprout tits and grow a pink downstairs, a pink hole downstairs? I didn't have that in my retiring plan. Certainly. I don't want to become a woman. I want to have a woman in my life. I don't want to be one. It's like that movie The Christmas Story, and for Christmas they give him the pink bunny, and you're like, hold on, that's the last thing I want. I don't want to grow gigantic knockers and get a lawn allergy where I should have man pecs. Alright? So I don't want seedless watermelons growing where my man pecs are. That's not why I worked out at Gold's Gym. Anyways, and the other thing is, it's like this, if you don't talk with a Brooklyn accent, there's something wrong with you attitude too. It's like, retarded Brooklyn, Well, it's like everything's coming down to like everybody should be like the part of this fairy tale or storyline. that's not how I plan my life either. I don't want to be part of somebody else's plan. I want my own plan. And I think that, framework is not that great. If it's freedom, it shouldn't be a framework. It should be about love and laughter and being with those that are in your heart. And I don't like anything. I love it or I don't. But I was thinking about that, when you watch those shows like Mary Poppins, and it's like, feed the birds, tuppence a bag. What are they talking about? Because England, tuppence are breadcrumbs, and bird watching is watching women. And it's popular bird watching, so I'm looking at this bird, and I've got a perch, I've already got a perch, because I'm looking at this bird. And it's like, there's pecking orders, so like you want to be with your girlfriend, but she's chasing breadcrumbs and tuppence and corn instead of you. And it's like worst hoe ever.
As you know, there's heroes and there's anti-heroes. Your girlfriend and yourself should be neither. You should be yourselves. But there's this man over here, he's got narcissistic Asperger's, and he enjoys turning people into shrews in a use you all situation. Therefore, you can never blame a woman because somebody with narcissistic Asperger's is being a D-bag.
That is a very wise lesson to learn. Therefore, while I'm getting a bottle of water, let's listen to Billy Joel's lyrics and learn some wisdom.
She'll promise you more than the Garden of Eden, and she'll carelessly cut you and laugh while you're bleeding, but she'll bring out the best and the worst you can be. Blame it all on yourself, 'cause she's always a woman to me. She wants, she's ahead of her time. Oh, and she never gives out, and she never gives in. She just changes her mind. She's frequently kind and she's suddenly cruel. She can do as she pleases.
Wisdom. Anyway,
My mind works. Like I'm thinking, you're not chasing men, you're chasing breadcrumbs and like biscuits and cornmeal or something. It's like a phony pecking order where you have to be like a chicken. I'm like, what person mastered over you to make you into a chicken that crosses the road when I drive by? Shouldn't it be like, hello? Shouldn't it be like, knock on somebody's door? Or phone call or email? What happened to the phone calls or emails or knocking on doors? Now you're a chicken that crosses the road? A woman? I don't know about that. Anyways, I want to do that. This is what I think. You, as a guy, and me, are trying to understand a woman, what's going through her psychology. And me, I'm thinking somebody has got this person under some kind of phony pecking order. So I'm thinking, we're out there trying to be romantic, we're buying dinners, $60, $70, bottles of wine, let's go do this, do that. And here comes this other guy, and he's like a pinhead, all right? Like a conehead, pinhead, horrible person, horrible. And he's all about being a tyrant, and he's brainwashed her already. So you've gone out to dinner, and your date in front of you is like a Stepford wife. And it's like Billy Joel, the song, She's Always a Woman. And all he does is give her tuppence, breadcrumbs. And she follows it like a chicken. Not because she wants him, not because she remembers him, because she's brainwashed. So now you understand she doesn't even know who the fuck this person is. It's random. It's completely random. It's a miscreant scamp.
So you think you're going out to dinner with this lovely woman, and you are, but as soon as that bill's paid, you're going out with a miscreant scamp. And she's chasing breadcrumbs and corn because some D-bag pinhead. So that's what I'm thinking. That's why I want to do this. Tuppence, and just see if I can. It's like a new type of pickup artist, right? I'll go in front of Disneyland, I'll spread breadcrumbs. Tuppence, yo, tuppence, retarded Brooklyn. And then I want to do this. Retards in control. Retards in control. Retards. It's like the new Indian rain dance, only it's like retarded. Retard, but I'm not being a retard. I'm just saying that I'm controlling the breadcrumb lineup, right? All chicken roads lead to my breadcrumbs. Retards in control. Retards in control. Retards in control. So I'm thinking I want to go out to this dinner with this lovely woman. I love her earrings. I love her shoes. I'm buying her all the nice things. You know, I'm buying her earrings. I'm buying her shoes. And now I need to buy her breadcrumbs. That's my thinking on the subject. You know, habitual slavery. Nobody wants to cover habitual slavery, but it's relevant and it's present in society. So, you know, just when you think you're in love with a woman because of her looks or her smile or her laugh, she's now brainwashed. And there's nothing you can do about it. That's habitual slavery. And the same thing with guys. It's like, oh, my dad died of a heart attack, and everybody else must have imposed sex change operations. So you won't pay for a sound economy. You won't pay for $30,000 for teachers, but you'll pay for imposed sex change operations. And the dentist is like, come in for a teeth cleaning, walk out with a pussy. And it was a bad dentist. And it was like, it's no longer a matter of good or bad, it was banned. It's a banned dentist. So he'll kill your dad, he'll F your mom, and he'll walk away with Nazi gold, and you walk away with a pussy, and they tell you that your grandfather has passed away. Well, he just killed your dad, and he just used your mom as a slave, and now you're no longer a man. Sorry. Why don't you come in for a teeth cleaning one more time? Teeth cleaning. Yeah, they'll make you. Now I understand Jessica Simpson says she only brushes her teeth once a month. Because that dentist fucked her over, and she's happy with her bottle of Scope. And she's happy with her bottle of Listerine. Because those guys can be real douchebags. It's not bad or good, it's banned. It's like, twisted. What the fuck? You are a twisted idiot. Oh my god. Now, it's Allied Times of Agreed Friendship, and I'm thinking we should all eat our meat, eat our custard pie, have love and laughter, and smoke a pipe, and be happy and joyous without all the deconstructive stuff. Because, you know, a person works their entire lives, fights their way to the top the American way. It's Allied Times of Agreed Friendship, pro-democracy, and we're all about love and laughter. And then some dentist comes along and puts a pussy on everyone that he can't resist, and then he kills everyone. Whoa. That's a weird fucking dentist. What school is that? Bloodsucker. Anyways, I didn't know there was an academy of that. Bloodsucking. But anyways. It is about love and laughter, and it should be about love and laughter. It should not be about bloodsucking. That's the way I think about it. It's complicated. It's complex. And I don't want things to be complex. I want a straight line, straighten up everybody. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to have a man pussy if you want one, but it shouldn't be like, I'm going in for a teeth cleaning and walk out with a pussy. It shouldn't be like that. Like, I don't want to put on a blue sweater and then have tits pop out of my pecs. You know what I'm saying? So I want to have a woman. I don't want to wear the bunny outfit. I want to not be in Christmas Story. Great actor, by the way. Or actress. I don't know. Either way. Either way. They're cool. If they pass, I guess that's all right. But, you know, I don't have any problem with any gay marriage, for instance. I, for one, think a man should be with a woman.
But I don't have any problem with what anybody else does. I once fell in love with a lesbian, and it was the best slip of the tongue I've ever had. So I don't know what she was using for makeup, but I'm like, this beauty queen right here is like a princess. And my mom was introduced to her. And she had 2 girlfriends that were identical twins. And forever I will always be in love with that lesbian. So what she does to make her happy, I am not like, oh, she's got 2 identical twins. She's in Taco Town. I hate her. Damn her. No. I'm like, I love you, and you gave me lovin's. She gave me some lovin's. So I'm like, oh, whatever you want to do. It's like I'm not, in my faith, it's not something I do, but I don't mind if you do. It's like I don't like anything. I love it or I don't. But it's like, it's definitely, Jesus heals doesn't hurt, constructs doesn't destruct, and he doesn't covet or condone coveting. And that's how I walk around pretty much. I'm not going to say I need to go deconstruct you out of making yourself happy over there to the lesbian scene. And my favorite porn star is Janine Lindemulder, amongst others. I have a top 5. Should we talk about it? Lorna Morgan, Katrina Hart, Lindsay's World. That's a Porsche. There is no substitute. Those are Porsches. Those are amazing, sublime, like the risky business of women. So there's definitely there's some top. And the reason I like Janine's is because most of the stuff she does is with women, and I don't like watching women with other men on video, and I'd rather watch a woman alone on video, but I'd never want to see a woman with a man. I'm like, wait, I was in this picture a second ago, and how did he get here? Deleted, and then I move on to the next one where I'm there. So it's like, yeah. But I was over at the bar the other day, and it was that same thing where there was a very drunk man at the bar, and he's reaching over, almost hugging the bar, and I'm just on my second beer, and he goes, I'm the devil. And I'm like, well, you better earn back your wings then. And he goes, wings ain't gonna help me. Devil's between my legs. And I said, Snake, you better watch out in this small town, because people take that serious. They'll step all over you, man. And, I could be bad and good, but I'm not going to be goose-stepping, and I'm not going to be Satan. So it's just like somewhere I got to draw the line, man. Like, I can do thespian Satan, I can do thespian vampire, but that's where it's like, if there's a camera filming a movie, yeah, but otherwise, no, I won't do it. And that guy seemed pretty serious, like he was going to be Satan. And I'm like, I don't want to watch you or listen to you rattle around, so I'm going to close my ears and change the subject, pretty much. I don't want to watch rattling around at everyone. Anyways, that was what happened there. And I think that was like, that was like the same thing with the porn videos. Like, I don't want another, I don't want to watch another person there. It's like me, it's like, I honestly wanted to always have like a scene where there's like everything provided on trees. Like everything's already there. Like you can live off the land. Like when I drive through suburbia, I'm like, why is there you can't live here. There's nothing you can eat. You can't just live off the land. I've always wanted to have it where everywhere you go, you can eat for 3 square miles or something. Like I always wanted to live like, like I have that kind of vision where like I want my own place where it's like, hey, if anything ever happens, I can just go there. That should be in existence somewhere. That's been my vision. I don't know. I just think of it that way. All right, so we gotta elaborate on the miscreant scamp, because we're at the Garden of Eden, right? A land full of plenty. And here comes the miscreant scamp. You're out to dinner. Everything's provided for, abundance of love and laughter. Everyone's enjoying themselves, and suddenly your date's eyes turn red. The woman that you've been adoring the entire evening, the stars in her eyes and the earrings and her shoes that you probably bought. And now you're
enjoying the diamonds and everything, and her smile, and all of a sudden her eyes turn red, and it's and the ground rumbles. And wait a minute, who put that there? How did the miscreant scamp with the red eyes, the red eye, get at my dinner table? This was supposed to be a woman. Wait a minute, this isn't supposed to be a demonstration of miscreant scamps, which are mythical beasts, by the way. Unholy beasts. It's supposed to be, and the ground starts rumbling, you're sitting at the dinner table. What is that? It's either a miscreant scamp, or it's my giant erection. I can't tell you right now, because either way, it's some things that I don't know. I don't know. I know that I don't know. I can open up mythical literature, but I can't tell you as an expert or pro exactly what it is. But miscreant scamps. I think of the woman extremely lovely. I think of the habitual slave as that kind of, I don't know how to describe the habitual slave. You know, the tuppence chasing bread. I don't know. It's hard to deal with at that point. You're like, she's like, and really you're in the Garden of Eden, and it's like, wow, the way they walk. Their knees go up to their elbows when they walk. And like suddenly it's like, and they're on the red eye. Not because the other guy is cool or winning or anything like that. I have a round table of women, we've all voted. That's not winning. That's brainwash. That's not right or happy or fun. That's miserable. It's supposed to be Eve in the Garden of Eden, not a miscreant scamp or habitual slaves. Just to be clear, Jesus doesn't condone burning at the stake. Okay, he would have been like, have a meal, my son. He would have been teaching them wisdom. And I'm not a preacher, but I know some basic things about it. I know he wouldn't have lit a fire on the stake. And I know that's for certain. Secondly, he wouldn't have summoned a miscreant scamp at the dinner table. Can tell you he would not have summoned a miscreant scamp. So that's unholy, an unholy alliance. In the Garden of Eden, he for sure would have summoned Eve, not a miscreant scamp. But that's some things that I'm pretty sure about. And anyways, next time you're out to dinner and you're wondering about a woman, I think I have some wisdom for you. Wisen up. Thank you. This comedy of love and laughter was by Tom at zoomtunes.net. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.